This is the future.
Digital Extremes revealed their next Warframe named Yarili, and most probably, we will get to see more of her along with the details of when will the Sisters of Parvos update will be available. For those who don't know, the next Warframe is from a Warframe content creator named Mashas Tapia. Once I saw his work on his magical frame, I have become a big fan, and I'm hoping that Digital Extremes would somehow add more of his work. I was also happy that the developer finally takes the time to include content creators' work in their game. I mean, we have seen several community-based concepts in the game, like Nova, and then the Broken Warframe, and I'm very pleased that this kind of thing is not a once-in-a-blue-moon phenomenon anymore. It was a long time before the developer decided to take some stuff from their community and add it into their game, and honestly, I think they should do more of this, since most of the community-driven stuff added to the game are fun to play with. I'm just hoping that they will continue to do this stuff, since the Warframe community has an insane idea that will be greeted by players positively. Not just Warframe concepts, but there are ideas like weapon concepts, or even new game modes and quality of life changes that the players would want into the game, and I think that would make Warframe much better. Speaking of great concepts, I wish that Digital Extremes would also get to see those concepts that are created by the artist that isn't a part of the creator program. There are tons of concepts that are great and should not be taken for granted by Digital Extremes. In fact, I handpicked a few of them and we will discuss them in this video. Take note that all the things you see here are Warframe concepts only, and I know that once you see them, you will say that you want them in the game right away. Before we delve deeper, I would like to share one of the most amazing things I used in my daily life right now. This is Ekster, the wallet of the future. This is not your ordinary wallet, as it got quick access to all your cards, an RFID protection feature which secures your identity, money, and cards. It also comes with a key tracker which allows you to locate your wallet worldwide. It's also voice activated, and it's easy to set up using the Chipolo app. And the best part is, the key tracker is solar powered. 2 hours of sunlight gives your tracker 2 months of charge. What I really love about Ekster is that you get what is advertised in the video. I got mine, and I've been using this for weeks now, and honestly, I love and will never replace this wallet again. Its sleek and elegant design are the things I like first about this futuristic wallet. And after using it for a while now, I honestly can say that this is the perfect wallet for me. Now I don't have to look for my wallet, as I can easily track it with one click of a button on my mobile device. I also don't have to worry about someone skimming my cards. And most importantly, I don't have to worry about bulky wallets in my butt. If you want to get this amazing wallet, then kindly use the link I have provided in the video description and as well as the pinned comment. Go get the best wallet in the market right now. Secure your money with style, and join the thousands of people who are now using Ekster. The link is at the video description and pinned comment. Thank you all for your support. Now let's get back to the video. First, let me take you back to 2016, wherein Demon Star created a great Warframe concept that is until now snobbed by the developer. For a long time Warframe players, you might recall Henya the Demon Warframe. The guy who created this concept didn't just draw the Warframe, but he also outlined the frame's abilities and even a quest to go along with. This was one of those Warframe concepts that are highly detailed, and all Digital Extremes need to do is take a look at it and slap it to their game. So basically, Henya is a demonic agile frame that stalks enemies and tears them apart with her demonic powers. Her first ability is called Slicing Winds, and it's basically a hairy maneuver that knockbacks and slashes enemies within the radius. It even got an augment concept called Vengeful Winds that summons a sword in the place wherein Henya casted her first ability. In fact, all of Henya's abilities are accompanied with augments, and I'm really not sure why Digital Extremes didn't consider this concept. Her second ability is called Possession, wherein you possess an enemy and gain control over them for a certain duration. Her third is called Mirror's Edge, which enables you to duplicate your equipped melee weapons, which are kind of insane. Imagine dual-wielding heavy swords or even nikanas or scythes in the game. And her last ability is called Reflection, which allows Henya to create a duplicate that will fight for herself. The skill concept is good, to be honest, but I think the developer might do a bit of tweak with it if they will consider this concept. Well, they are not a big fan of power creeps in a power fantasy game. The very interesting part of this concept is that it has its quest outlined, and I'm very sad that the developer didn't even consider this concept in the game. If Henya is not your type, then you might love the concept of Liestrid on a shapeshifter frame called Lichen. Back in the days, players didn't agree that werewolf frames would be a good fit in the game. However, there was a time that Digital Extremes teased of a vampiric warframe that the player base said screw it, let there be a werewolf warframe in the game. It turns out that the vampire warframe was replaced by Revenant, the Eidolon type warframe. Many did not like this decision and this has negative effects on the game. This was not the start wherein players are losing trust with Digital Extremes, but this is one of those moments where players got too excited with the hype and in the end, they got thrown out of the hype train. I think it was way back in 2018 when this happened, and if I recall, Digital Extremes teased this vampire warframe in their dev stream that made the controversy worst. But anyway, it doesn't mean that the developer can't add a shapeshifter warframe in the game. We got Q-Brows in the game, and they simply form lore from these creatures that will introduce Lichen. Who wouldn't love the idea of an agile warframe that stalks enemies, turns into a werewolf, and tear enemies apart with the help of his Q-Brow friends? And for goodness sake, we got a cat warframe in the name of Volatile, so why not add a doggo warframe in the game? Next in the line is Proxy. I know I'm going over the top in here and you will ask, where in the lore would you put this abomination? Well, they can simply tell the story of Proxy as a failed Corpus project. Remember the Zanuka project? That might actually work well with this warframe concept. They can say that Proxy is version 2.0 of Zanuka, and the perfect Tenno killer, as they have given it not just Tenno powers, but also the minds of a space kid trapped in a robotic body. Almost perfect until it turns against them and now hunting every corpus in the space. That could eventually work out. And I really dig the concept of this warframe, since we don't have a concrete warframe with robotic lasers, missiles, and all those robotic stuff that can be a dig from the Corpus technology. We have Vorban, Protea, and other Corpus-themed warframe, but they don't resemble something like Ambulas or Zanuka hunters, which is why I think it would be perfect to make this Corpus abomination reality. Speaking of experiment and lab rats, there is another concept that I am very interested in. I haven't found the name of the artist, but I think it's a Russian artist, and this frame amazes me because it can fit with one of my concept frame called Volatile. So Disciple, the name of the warframe, is basically a grineer experiment that wants to achieve crossbreeding the genome of the Tenno to the exoskeleton of the grineers to improve their own. But instead of achieving the result, the grineer created a technocyte virus that spreads deadly gases and replicates on its own. I don't want to be nitpicky with this warframe concept, but honestly, I think that the skills of this warframe need some work. The concept is nice and good, but I would love something that will immortalize the cloning of grineer. So, what I'm suggesting is that giving this concept frame ability that allows him to clone himself at will, and then give it an ability to spread virus in the form of either viral or toxin, and give it a volatile reaction wherein after a few seconds, each clone explodes and deal massive damage, spreading the virus to the areas wherein the clone exploded. If you are not into the world of clones, failed experiments, or demonic warframes, then you could be interested in a knight warframe. Armor, created by Travis Harris, could be a perfect fit for an Orokin knight. The best knight of the Orokin, or they could also fit this to the upcoming Duviri faction, an old knight that was created from Tenno powers. We don't have any knight warframe in the game, so armor would be the first. But squad leader warframe is all about ninja, and there's no room for a bulky warframe in the game. Well, Rhino and Grendel laugh hard at that. The concept of being a ninja in the game right now is vanishing if we are talking about the new warframe releases. Indeed, the Parker is still and somehow, this is what makes Warframe a ninja. But with all the laws, the updates, and other things that Digital Extremes have been adding to the game, that concept is slowly fading in my opinion. I'm not saying that I don't love the concept of ninja, but I'm pretty sure that after seeing all the things from this game through the years, I know most veterans would also agree that we need something new and fresh added into the game. If you truly want a warframe that is agile as a ninja, then you should consider sharing this video and let them know about Azura, the Blade Master warframe concept, suggested also by Demon Star way back 2018. This warframe is your fantasy came to life of being an edgelord dual-wielding blade master in the game. It's like a Ronin-type warframe compared to the medieval-type Excalibur. One thing that stands out about this warframe concept is it incorporates movement with different sword tricks, like you can jumping to perform a blade spin. This will work out well with the melee system of the game and could be fun to play with. Azura could also add features in the melee system that are lacking at the moment. What I'm trying to suggest here are true melee combos wherein you can perform multiple hits, berries or something similar that won't break the melee system. We know that this game is a horde shooter, and it would be pointless to add a combo system. However, the developer could add something with Azura wherein after he performs a certain amount of combo, he can then perform a new blade trick or something like that. The concept creator has outlined different skill sets on the Warframe already, and I'm not against all of it. However, it would be awesome if this is the first Warframe that has a unique melee combo interaction. But since the problem with performing tricks is hitting dumb enemies, like if you perform a blade spin, who will you hit when enemies are not even in the air? To simplify all of this, and make it work, then we could just add a vacuum effect to each combo of Azura wherein he can pull targets by performing specific combos. And yes, his ultimate ability could be Enraged wherein he releases his full Ronin insanity. More damage, faster combos, faster movement, more slashing and hacking. That would be an insane Warframe, and I'm hoping that Digital Extremes would see some of these Warframe concepts. Honestly, while I love the new Warframes that are coming out, it seems like they are most often like man-child of two other Warframes. It seems like I always can spot the similarities of the new Warframe to previous Warframes, and the worst is, they often feel like just upgraded versions of older Warframes. It's good to know that there are Warframe concepts out there, and I hope that Digital Extremes will see these concepts and somehow consider them for their next Warframe. If you want to help out, then simply share this video everywhere so people can see these concepts, and also, try to share the links of the Warframe content artist. I have included all the links of the features Warframe concepts in this video at the pinned comment, and I hope you will help them reach Digital Extremes. Also, if you have any Warframe concepts that you created, or you have somehow seen that is amazing, then you can share them with us in the comment section below. I will be waiting for those juicy Warframe concepts, and I thank you for watching this video. Squad Leader signing off.
Evolution. This is the future.